Matt, how determined were you after what happened on Wednesday to come out and score 30 and hit 3 big free throws in the last minute?
Oh man, Wednesday I just felt like I let the team down, I let the program down, I let the fans down. I wanted to be there, but I didn't come through, and it was really tough. So I just told myself, next opportunity, take advantage of it. And I got back in the same position tonight, and I was able to step up and knock him down. My teammates had faith in me, coach had faith in me, and it just feels good to come through for your team and for your coaching staff and for the fans.
Do you think about those free throws on Wednesday when you're in that same situation, and how do you compartmentalize it?
I'll be honest, I did think about it. After Wednesday, I couldn't sleep. All I was thinking about was, I want that opportunity again. I want the chance again. I wish I could go back in time. But it literally just happened again tonight. We got up 10, but we didn't put them away. They came back, and we bounced back. And, tonight I was able to knock them down. Hopefully I keep knocking them down. I don't know. I know I didn't shoot great from the line, but I was able to hit those last ones. So.
Trey, what were some of the issues in the first half? It seemed, I don't know if it was the same reason these things were happening, but it was very similar to Wednesday, where it seemed like something was missing.
I feel like personally, I was just a little pumped up. Big game for us, a little pumped up. So I got a little chippy ones, couple bonehead fouls. But overall, as a team, we started off pretty good, got a good start. Then, basketball's game of run. They made their run, and they made it tough for us. But we're warriors. Like, that's our mindset, and we fought all game. And we believe, like I said, we believe in everything. I believe in everything Matt do. I believe in everything Hags does, and that's our whole team. We believe in each other, believe in our coaching staff, and we just put that in mind and just kept fighting the whole game. And we knew we wanted to get this win more than anything else.
Matt, that resolve, I think Craig used that word last time, the ability to come back. Is that becoming a kind of strength of this team, that no matter what the hole is, you can get back in it?
Yes, sir. I know we haven't always come out on top, but I think you guys can tell that no matter what happens in the game, we bounce back, we fight back, we never give in, and we never put our heads down. We just keep on playing. We were up 10 with 6 to go, and they came back and took a lead on us. And a lot of teams might just wither, but we bounced right back. Red had a huge offensive board that kept the possession alive, and Hags played phenomenal. It was a total team effort.
Tyler, how about for you? The way the season started with the ankle injury, and then it was tough to get on the floor for a while there. But over the last week, you played some huge minutes and very productive ones at that. So what's it mean to you, just personally, to be able to contribute the way you have?
It feels great. Yeah, it's tough. Sit on the bench, just keep a positive attitude about yourself, but I just trust the process, and it's awesome the way this team is coming around. I'm just happy to get back out there and produce like I can to help this team. But I do have a story. Last night, so me and Mooney live right next to our rooms are right next to each other, and last night I go in there just to goof around, give him a hug goodnight, and he says, don't do that often, so I'm going to continue to do that now. But he said, all right, let's both go off for 30 tonight. So I didn't have my 30, but he had his 30, so I'm going to continue to do that.
I said, Hags, you got 30 for me? He said, yeah. I said, all right, you get 30, I'll get 30, let's get a W. So that was it. We were just, let's get a W. So but yeah, he came in the room and gave me a hug. I said, get out of here, man. I'm trying to go to sleep.
Did you guys see Matt's scoring ability last year in practice? When he joined the team, did you kind of see that immediately that he could do this?
Yeah, he was redshirting, so we knew he wasn't playing, and so he was on scout team the whole year. And there were just certain times where he'd just shoot with a foot inside the baseline or out of bounds. Just way out there. And we're just like, and sometimes Coach Smith would say, all right, don't do that. Let's play like they play, instead of him just shooting and just tearing us up. So that probably helped us a lot last year, but it's awesome to actually see it on the court now.
I wasn't here last year, but over the summer, I know as soon as I got here, and we just played pickup and stuff, and I pride myself on defense, and I believe I'm a pretty good defender. So a couple open gyms, I'm guarding Matt, and I'm just all over him, and he makes crazy tough shots. And even a couple of our practice at the beginning of the season, like hand in his face, like I'm trying to like block his vision, and he still makes these shots. And you look at the coaches, and you're like I can't do anything else. Like his scoring ability is always there, and he makes some tough shots.
Thanks, fellas.
Matt, you and I have talked before about, wanting to play a complete game, and for one reason or another, at times it hasn't been there. But I mean, are you guys a second half team, or is it just that result that you were talking about earlier, where it's just doesn't matter what happens the first 20 minutes, we're gonna do what we can in the second half?
I think the trend is that we're a second half team. We're trying to get off to better starts. We got off to a good start tonight, and then they came right back at us. And I know Red got in some foul trouble, so that hurts us. But, I mean, like you guys have said and like you've seen throughout the year, we do have great resolve, and we plan on fighting no matter what happens, but hopefully we can start putting together complete games.
Well, first of all, great win by the Yotes. Fort Wayne is a really good basketball team, and they put so much pressure on you in so many different ways. There's 5 guys on the floor that can always score it. They always have 4 guys that can make threes at a high level. They're number 1 in the country in three-point field goal percentage at either 45 or 43%, and they're one of the highest octane teams in the country. And for our guys to bounce back after the very difficult loss on Wednesday night shows a lot of character, shows a lot of poise, and just speaks a lot about the men that we have in our program, and couldn't be more proud of our effort. First half was really choppy. We really, got off to a good start, which is a change. So we jumped up on them 9-3, and I believe 17-12, maybe something like that. 9-3 at the 16:45 mark, roughly. And we were really aggressive. Thought we really attacked them, got downhill, defended well. We were able to keep them out of transition. And then the last 10 or 12 minutes just got quick. One pass shot. And that's what they want. They want you to play that kind of game, and they excel in that. And we weren't making too many shots. Made a good little run there to almost finish the first half. Mooney made a couple threes, got loose in transition, made another one. And then they finished on a 5-0 run in the last, 40 seconds. Too many turnovers. We're top 40 in the country and not turning it over. Too many turnovers that led to direct points for them. I believe 12 off of our offense in the first half. Second half, we really tightened it up. Got a lot more aggressive, didn't settle, and got downhill. Made our free throws late when it really counted. And so it was 60-50. We really shortened the rotation, as you saw. Essentially played 6 guys the last 18 minutes, 17 minutes of the game. Thought we really played well together. As a coach, you're looking at it, can we really finish this game with these 6? And it was just to the point where these are the dudes we're rolling with. And it didn't look pretty when they went on the 13-1 run and we're down 2. But that also tells you a lot, because guys could have started folding the tent, so to speak, and pointing fingers and using excuses. And we showed a lot of resolve to get the stops that we did and make the plays that we did down the stretch. Huge win for the Yotes.
How do you explain bouncing back the way you did?
Matt, he rolled his ankle a lot more than people realize on Wednesday. You could see it certainly Wednesday, where he was hobbling. It was like playing on 1.5 legs, and was just okay. Didn't practice Thursday. Friday went light, and did the walkthrough and did a few live things. And he just had that look, and I asked him a couple times, "You need a quick breather?" No, I'm good. And when they fouled us, we were down 2, and he gets the and one, and whoever it was fouled out. We pull the guys over, right? And we're talking to the five guys that were on the floor, and just everybody believes in Matt. There's not one guy on our team that doesn't believe in Matt in that situation. And I just looked at Matt like, Matt, you've worked your life for 21 years, right, for this moment. You've earned the right to be in that situation. So we all believe in you. Step up to the plate and do it. And obviously he did, and then made the next two after, and 30, gets 30. And I mean, obviously it was a noticeable 30, but at the same time, I didn't realize he had 30. So he's just really smooth. And when he plays within, like he did for the most part tonight, he can get it going.
How do you explain Hagedorn like going from virtually non-existent to a game changer? I mean, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I haven't been very smart, I guess. Should have played a lot earlier. But, Tyler, like we said, Tyler made great strides this summer. He was practicing well before his ankle. And when you miss 8 or 9, we had all those games early. And I think his first game he was cleared for was Montana, which was it was our first game after Florida. So that was 2-4. So that was our 8th game of the year. But I mean, we were in a good groove, playing pretty well at the time, and he wasn't great in practice. He was hobbling all over, and he was still thinking of trying to find a way to get a medical hardship. So you look back on that, mind right, game right. Like, where are you at with all the? And we always tell the guys, and I think I said this after IUPUI, you never know when your number is going to be called. But part of having your number called is you have to perform in practice. And he's been practicing much, much better. And he's been on the quote-unquote scout team for quite a while. Certainly Tyler Flack going down, getting hurt, opened up the door with some things. And, guys, sometimes you meet with guys regularly, and you just tell them, here's why you're not playing, here's what you need to do to play, right? And consistency is a big thing. You can't be the one guy that one game you're here, one practice you're here, one practice you're there, because this does nothing for your team. We need to be steady Eddie. This is what you need to do. And certainly when the door opened, he went right through. And I figured out the song. It's like Eminem says, lose yourself, right? When the moment comes, you got to go barging through that baby and don't look back. And you got to lose yourself in the moment. And couldn't be more proud of how he's played the last 3 games, quite frankly. And he's even been a rim protector for us. His 4 block shots and alters a bunch of shots late in the IUPUI game. He did a great job with that. And he's so skilled offensively, he can do a lot of different things, whether it's passing, shooting. Today he was aggressive getting to the rim. And he's sure been a difference maker for us.
Have you told him that Eminem line?
Not him. No, I have not yet. But I probably should.
Okay. You gotta add
Actually, I'm not going to mess with him right now. We're just going to let him do his deal. It's a good line, though.
Yeah. Never let it go. You can't have it.
That's true. That I will tell him.
Is it kind of, I don't know if the word's fun or whatever, satisfying to see Mooney do what he did just the next game after he was really down in the dumps after that game? And I know he's a emotionally pretty solid kid, but just to see that, to be able to get back on track that quickly.
He's a winner, and he wants to win. And yesterday in practice, we really didn't do a whole lot on Thursday. We watched about an hour and 15 minutes of film on the North Dakota State game, and then started prepping for tonight's game. And then we walked through out on the floor. And yesterday we ended practice shooting free throws. I promise we do shoot free throws every day, and plenty of them, and pressure free throws too. And one of the free throw things that we do is we have them all shoot, and then I'll blow the whistle and call a name out. So it might be Trey Birch Manning, and everybody stops, stares, right? He makes it, our team's 1 for 1. Keep shooting, blow the whistle, call somebody else. Yesterday we called 2 people out. The first one was Matt Mooney, and then the second person was Matt Mooney, and he made them both. And like I said earlier, everybody believes in him, and so you just got to do it, right? We said it at halftime. We were 5 for 10 from the line at halftime. And fear, worry, and doubt are your 3 biggest demotivators. And if you go up to the free throw line and you're worried about missing, well, what are you going to do? You're probably going to miss. So you got to man up. Just step up to the plate and knock them down. If you miss, big freaking deal. You know what I mean? And so I think our guys really did a great job in the second half. What were we in the second half? 5 for 10, so 15 for 20 in the second half. And to win games, you have to eliminate losing. You have to defend, you have to rebound. You better make your layups, and you better make free throws. And it's not rocket science.
Did you pick your moment with that technical foul?
I don't know. I don't recall that.
Well, it just seems like things kind of got a little juice in them after that.
You know, it felt like a choppy game. And certainly there was frustration and a lot of issues. And our crowd, I thought when it was shortly after we make a run, our crowd, we've alluded to it, our crowd here is, I mean, the spirit and atmosphere is electric. It's loud, it's contagious, and the fans really got into it and certainly willed us to the W.
That was well done.
Thank you.
Very well crafted. Nothing incriminating there.
Greg, how do you explain the resolve in this team? This handful of times where it's been double digits down and all of a sudden.
But, yeah. You know, at the end of the day, I'm trying to make a joke out of it, but we don't need, you know, as a coach, you should sit there and say, why do we need to get down to have all this? You know, the other night it felt like, and even tonight for a while, it felt like the other team was like on the German Autobahn, and we were like a 1947 John Deere B tractor pulling like a 20 bottom plow. You guys know that? I grew up in a farming community. So that's what it felt like, yeah, John Deere. And then we just start playing with this pace and downhill and momentum but here's to answer your question, you recruit character people. And I think we have we just have great character guys in that locker room. We just have really good people. And I know that's really maybe understated, but it's the truth. And it's the truth in any walk of life, right? And when your guys truly care about each other and truly care about where they're at and how they represent their community and the university and their program, you know, pride is an amazing thing. And I think we got a group of guys that do that, because that's a hard thing to do, to bounce back against a very, very, very good basketball team.
Have you put any thought into the fact that you guys have done what you've done without Tyler? And considered what that might mean later when he's healthy?
My wife will bring it up every now and then, and I'm like we were sitting there on the couch last night watching Fort Wayne against Western Illinois. That's our romantic Friday night. And we're sitting there, and what did I say? I said, what did I say to you? I said something, and Darcy goes, is that with Flack or without him? And I'm looking at, and I got pissed. I mean, you know, I get a little antsy, a little jumpy all the time. And I'm like, what do you mean with Flack? We don't have Flack right now. He's dead to me. And I mean that, like, Tyler's working his butt off. Obviously, he's played great basketball. But, you know, it's tongue in cheek. And we don't have Flack right now. That's just what we are. So you have to deal in the realism of now. And these are our guys. And that's what's exciting. I haven't heard for 1 second one guy in our program ever bring up like, oh, I can't wait till Flack's back, or, oh, we need him, or, oh, we would have won this if it. No, you don't know that. You don't know that. So it is. That's why you have 13. I'm not trying to be cliche-ish, but it's true. You have 13 scholarship guys. We're building our program to where we need to go, with depth, with different skill sets, with different guys that can do different things, you know, and that's why you do it. You have a marathon season. You know, our season's 5.5 months from September 28th to, so you're going to go through ups and downs with injuries and whatnot, and it truly is a next man up mentality and attitude.
When he was hurt, did you honestly think you'd be doing as well as you are now?
I thought we could, no question. You know, there's always a way to win. Every game has its different feel to it. You got to sit there and say, okay, what do we need to change schematically on either end of the floor? Because quite frankly, everyone thinks we really miss them on offense, and we do, but where it really makes a difference for us is defensively. You can just do more things, rim protection, all that stuff. But and he's won a ton of games on the glass, right? That's where, you know, he can end possessions big time, whether it's offense or defense. But yeah, I mean, from the get-go, it's a good group of guys. It's so enjoyable to go to the gym and practice every day. And when you coach long enough, sometimes it's not always, you know what I mean, depending on your feel of your team and the character of your guys and all that stuff. So yeah, and we got to take care of business at home. And we've had it's been a weird schedule this year, to be honest. But these guys had a week off before they played us. North Dakota State had a week off before they played us. Denver had a week off before they played us. You know, South Dakota State had an extra day and a half to prepare than we had for that. So you just go through some of those inadequacies, and you can only control what you can control, right? So we know who we have. You got to make some adjustments, tweak some things offensively and defensively to allow your team to have a chance to win.